Have you ever imagined that even in the safety of your own living room, someone could still be watching you? What if I told you that the devices you trust most, the ones you use every single day, might secretly be collecting your private moments? My friends, this is not a science fiction story. This is today's reality. As a privacy expert, I've seen firsthand how seniors across America are being tracked, monitored, and profiled in ways most people never suspect. And in this video, I'm going to reveal 5 everyday places where your personal life is quietly being invaded. You need to stay with me until the very end because the final revelation is the most shocking of all, and it could change the way you protect your privacy forever. But first, let me ask you, where are you watching from today? Type your city or country in the comments below. I'd love to know how far this message is reaching. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. That way you won't miss the powerful tips we share to help seniors stay safe, strong, and independent. Now let's begin with the very first hidden danger, the device sitting right in your living room. 1. Your smart TV, the spy in your living room. Think back for a moment. There was a time when the television was simple, big antennas, heavy dials, and nothing more than entertainment. But today's smart TVs are far more than screens. They are powerful computers connected to the internet. And while they bring you movies, news, and video calls with your family, they may also be quietly watching you in return. Every click, every show you pause, every ad you skip, it's all tracked. This data builds a profile of your habits, your routines, even your political preferences based on the news channels you watch. And it doesn't stop there. Many smart TVs come with built-in microphones and cameras. You may think they're off when you're not using them, but countless reports show otherwise. Imagine sitting in your living room talking about your health, your finances, or private family matters. All the while your TV's microphone could be recording every word. That information can be sold to advertisers or worse, fall into the hands of hackers and scammers who prey on vulnerable seniors. A 2019 study from Northeastern University and the University of Chicago found that many smart TVs were sending user data to companies like Netflix and Amazon, even when viewers weren't actively using those services. Other investigations revealed vulnerabilities that let hackers remotely turn on cameras or microphones. That turns your living room into a surveillance hub without you ever realizing it. Now let me ask you, do you find this shocking? If you're still watching with me, type 1 in the comments, so I know you're here and paying attention. The good news is there are steps you can take to protect yourself. Start with your TV's settings, search for privacy options, disable the microphone and camera. If possible, cover the camera lens with tape or a simple cover. This low-tech trick guarantees no images are captured. Another option is to use external streaming devices like Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, or Apple TV. They often provide clearer privacy controls than your television's built-in apps. When setting up new devices, take time to review permissions. Disable targeted advertising and unnecessary data sharing. Don't forget your home network. Secure your Wi-Fi with a strong password and update your TV's software regularly. This helps close the door on hackers looking for weaknesses. And if you want absolute peace of mind, disconnect your TV from the internet when you don't need it. It may sound extreme, but it ensures your television goes back to being just a TV. Your living room should be a place of comfort, not a place of surveillance. By making these small changes, you can enjoy your favorite shows and movies without wondering who else might be listening. 2. Smartphone apps, a digital pickpocket in your pocket. Your smartphone is more than just a device. For many seniors, it's a lifeline, a way to talk with loved ones, check the weather, keep track of medications, or even play a relaxing game of solitaire. But here's the truth most people don't realize. Some of the apps you download are not tools at all. They are digital pickpockets, silently stealing your personal information. Think about it. Why would a flashlight app need to know your exact location? Why would a word puzzle game want access to your microphone or your contact list? The answer is simple: it doesn't. These permissions are often not about function. They're about surveillance. Every time you tap accept, you may be handing over access to your photos, messages, or even your conversations. And once that data is collected, it can be sold to advertisers or, in worse cases, to scammers who prey on vulnerable people. A 2020 cybersecurity report found that nearly 20% of apps requested permissions far beyond what they actually needed. That means 1 out of every 5 apps could be quietly gathering private details about your life. Have you ever mentioned something casually like needing new shoes or a medical device only to see an ad for it pop up hours later? That's not coincidence. That's apps listening or tracking your behavior in the background. It feels unsettling because it is. Seniors are often targeted in these schemes because developers assume you may not double-check permissions. They design apps to look harmless, even helpful, while secretly harvesting data that reveals your habits, your health, and even when you're away from home. So what can you do? Start by being selective. Download only from trusted developers and companies you recognize. Check the permissions before you install. If an app asks for something it shouldn't need, like microphone access for a weather app, that's a red flag. Once apps are on your phone, take control of their settings. Both iPhones and Androids let you manage permissions individually. You can allow access only when the app is in use or deny it entirely. Turn off location tracking for games. Remove microphone access from utilities that don't need it. And here's another important step: regularly delete apps you don't use anymore. Even if you're not opening them, many can still collect data in the background. Clearing them out reduces risk and also makes your phone run faster. If you're still watching this and finding it helpful, type 2 in the comments below. That way I'll know you're with me, learning how to keep your personal information safe. Beyond settings, remember to keep your phone updated. Software updates often patch security flaws that hackers could exploit. Enable two-factor authentication on your important accounts like email or banking to add an extra layer of protection. And if you want to go further, consider using built-in tools like Apple's App Tracking Transparency or Android's Privacy Dashboard. These features show you exactly which apps have accessed your data, so you can decide what to allow and what to block. Your phone should be working for you, not against you. By staying cautious, reading permissions carefully, and cleaning out unnecessary apps, you can turn your smartphone back into the tool it was meant to be: a lifeline, not a liability. Up next, we'll step outside the home and see how even your daily errands from the grocery store to the pharmacy are quietly being recorded. 3. Public security cameras. You're on camera everywhere. Step outside your front door and you enter a world of constant surveillance. From grocery stores to pharmacies, from coffee shops to parking lots, cameras are everywhere. Even peaceful places like parks are no longer free from watchful eyes. At first, you may think these cameras are only there to prevent shoplifting or catch a crime in progress. But modern systems are far more advanced. They don't just record grainy footage. Many are equipped with facial recognition technology capable of identifying who you are, tracking your movements, and linking your face to vast databases. That means every trip to the pharmacy, every walk through your neighborhood, or every coffee you buy may be quietly cataloged. And it's not just government cameras. Private businesses run many of these systems too often with very little oversight. A 2021 report from Georgetown Law found that more than half of U.S. adults are already in facial recognition databases, often without knowing it. Think about that. Your image, your movements, your habits may all be stored somewhere you never agreed to. For seniors, this can feel especially unsettling. You've lived an independent life, and now every simple errand can feel like being treated as a suspect. Worse, errors in facial recognition are common. Studies show it can misidentify people, particularly older adults or minority groups, leading to embarrassing or even dangerous mistakes. Let me ask you, did you realize you might be recorded dozens, even hundreds of times per day? If you're still here watching, type 3 in the comments below. Your response tells me you're paying attention and determined to protect your privacy. But what exactly happens with this footage? Some companies use it for marketing, tracking what you buy and sending you targeted ads. Others share it with law enforcement. In either case, your movements and habits are no longer private, and many businesses don't disclose how long they keep the recordings or who they share them with. So what can you do to push back? Start with awareness. The next time you're in a store or walking downtown, look up. Notice where the cameras are on ceilings, at entrances, on traffic lights. You can also take simple steps to limit recognition. Wearing sunglasses, a hat, or even a scarf can make it harder for facial recognition systems to track you. Avoid speaking sensitive details like your address or account numbers in public places, where microphones may also be present. Advocacy matters too. When shopping, ask businesses about their policies. Do they use facial recognition? How long do they store footage? Who has access to it? Your questions can encourage companies to be more transparent. And finally, support organizations fighting for stronger privacy protections. Groups like the Electronic Frontier Foundation work to limit surveillance and hold systems accountable. By staying informed and raising your voice, you not only protect yourself, but also help protect your community. Surveillance is everywhere, but awareness is power. By taking small steps and asking the right questions, you can navigate this new reality with more control. Now let's return to your home, where another device designed to be helpful may actually be eavesdropping on your most private conversations. 4. Home Assistants, the helpful eavesdropper. Devices like Amazon's Alexa, Google Home, or Apple's Siri are marketed as companions for convenience. They play your favorite music. They set reminders for medications. They answer questions or even call loved ones with a simple voice command. For many seniors, they feel like trusted helpers that make life easier. But here's the hidden truth: these devices are always listening. Even when you haven't said their wake word, they can pick up background noises, TV sounds, or casual conversations and mistakenly record them. Imagine sitting in your kitchen talking about private matters like your health, finances, or family disagreements. What if snippets of that conversation are being stored in massive cloud databases linked to your account? Investigations have revealed exactly this. In 2019, Bloomberg reported that Amazon employed thousands of workers to listen to Alexa recordings, supposedly to improve the service. Those recordings often contain sensitive personal moments, including children's voices. And Amazon isn't alone. Google and Apple have faced similar criticism for letting human reviewers listen to conversations without users realizing it. Let me pause and ask you, does this surprise you? If you're still with me, type 4 in the comments below. It lets me know you're paying attention and determined to safeguard your home. But the concern goes even further. These assistants connect with other smart home devices, thermostats, doorbells, lights, even refrigerators. Together, they create a detailed map of your daily life. When you wake up, when you leave the house, when you cook dinner, even when you go to bed. Your home, once your most private sanctuary, is turned into a source of valuable data for corporations. That information may be sold to advertisers or, in cases of security flaws, stolen by hackers. Cybersecurity reports in 2023 showed real examples of poorly secured devices being hijacked to spy on users or launch scams. So what can you do to reclaim your home? Start with the basics. Mute or unplug your assistant when you're not using it. Most devices have a physical button to turn off the microphone. That one step alone prevents background listening. You can also manage privacy settings through the device's app. Disable storage of voice recordings. Regularly delete past interactions. Some apps let you set automatic deletion every 3 months. If you only use your assistant for simple tasks like music or reminders, consider switching back to non-smart alternatives. A regular radio, a kitchen timer, or a phone alarm can do the job without listening in on your conversations. If you keep your assistant limit how many devices you connect, the fewer data points it gathers, the less risk you face, and always keep the software updated to close potential security gaps. Finally, educate yourself. Read summaries of the device's privacy policies from reliable tech sources. Know what information is being collected and how it's being used. Your home should be the one place where you feel completely safe. By muting, unplugging, deleting, and staying informed, you can keep it that way. Next, we'll turn to one of the most personal areas of your digital life, your online searches. What you type into Google or Bing may feel private, but it's actually one of the most heavily tracked activities of all. 5. Online searches, your private thoughts exposed. Every time you type a question into Google or Bing, it feels like a private moment. Just you and the screen. Maybe you're searching for arthritis remedies, retirement planning tips, or even the weather. It seems harmless, right? But the truth is, your online searches are among the most heavily tracked activities you do. Search engines don't just record what you search. They study how you search, how long you hover over a link, which sites you click, how far you scroll, even the words you type but never finish. All of this creates a profile of you, your health concerns, your financial situation, your fears and your hopes. For seniors, this can be especially dangerous. A simple search for memory loss or diabetes treatments can trigger an avalanche of targeted ads. Some may be for legitimate products, but many are scams, unproven supplements, questionable devices, or fraudulent investments. Scammers thrive on this system, knowing older adults may be less familiar with how their searches are being tracked. The Federal Trade Commission reported in 2022 that scams targeting seniors are on the rise, fueled by data harvested from online activity. That means the very questions you type in private could be used to exploit you. Now let me ask you, have you ever noticed ads that seem a little too personal showing up right after you search for something? If you're still watching, type 5 in the comments below. Your response tells me you're determined to protect your privacy. But how do you fight back? One powerful option is to switch to a privacy-focused search engine like DuckDuckGo or StartPage. Unlike Google, they don't build profiles, store your IP address, or track your searches across the web. Your results may look slightly different, but they're usually just as accurate for everyday questions. You can also use your browser's private mode, often called incognito. This prevents cookies and temporary data from being saved on your device. Be aware, though, that it doesn't make you fully anonymous. Your internet provider or the search engine can still see what you're doing. Another important step is clearing your search history regularly. On Google, you can even set automatic deletion after 3 months. Do the same for cookies and cache in your browser. This disrupts tracking and makes it harder for advertisers to follow you. Consider using a VPN or virtual private network if you want an extra shield. A VPN masks your IP address, making it more difficult for companies to link searches back to you. Services like NordVPN or ProtonVPN are widely used and easy to set up. And finally, be cautious with ads. The first results you see at the top of a page are often sponsored links. They may look legitimate, but can lead to shady websites. If you're researching health or finances, always cross-check information with trusted sources like Mayo Clinic, AARP, or government websites ending in .gov. Your thoughts and questions belong to you. They should not be turned into a product sold to the highest bidder. By switching to safer tools, deleting your data, and staying cautious, you can reclaim control of your private searches. Now that we've uncovered this final hidden danger, let's bring everything together and remind ourselves why protecting privacy matters more than ever. Conclusion: taking back your privacy. We've just uncovered 5 surprising places where your privacy is quietly slipping away. From your smart TV in the living room, to the apps on your phone, to the cameras you pass in public, to the smart assistant listening inside your home, and even to your most private online searches. Each one seems ordinary, almost invisible in daily life, but together they form a web of surveillance that can expose your personal details, your habits, even your vulnerabilities. And for seniors who value independence and dignity, this intrusion can feel deeply unsettling. The good news is that awareness brings power. Now that you know the risks, you can take steps to fight back. Disable unnecessary permissions. Cover that camera lens. Delete old apps. Switch to safer search engines. And remember, your home, your phone, your routines belong to you, not to advertisers or hackers. Let me ask you one more time. What is one lesson from this video that opened your eyes? Was it learning how to mute your home assistant, or realizing how much your online searches reveal about you? Share your answer in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to take action too. If you found this video helpful, please like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll never miss future tips designed to keep seniors safe, strong, and independent in today's digital world. Your privacy is precious. Protect it, and you'll protect not only your information, but also your freedom and peace of mind.